Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town.
Good morning, everybody. Please excuse my face. I know it's a mess. We're gonna fix it here in just a minute. Today we are gonna be doing airport standby starting at 3 o'clock. My airport standby for some reason is only 4 hours. Usually they're 6, and I get asked a lot about, do you get paid for airport standby? And the answer to that is yes. So we're gonna be doing airport standby from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. Hi! I kind of feel like that guy on TikTok who's like, stop, you've been scrolling for way too long. But anyways, I wanted to pop in here because another thing about airport standby is every single time I say I'm doing airport standby, somebody always asks me without fail and says like, what do you do on airport standby? Like, how do you entertain yourself for 4 to 6 hours on airport standby? Which is a very valid question. So for me personally, I like to catch up on work. I feel like I always have like work stuff or emails or something that I need to go through. I also like to bid for the next day's trips because when you're doing airport standby, that means you are reserved for the month. So you always bid for the following day's trip. So I will do that as well. And lastly, I love to listen to audiobooks when I'm on there. Like I will find a quiet spot and listen to a good audiobook, or I will also like ride the Skylink. I know this sounds really weird, but I will ride the Skylink. It gets a little bit noisy, so I crank the volume all the way up, but I love listening to a good audiobook, and it's just kind of soothing to go around the airport. Like, don't judge me, you guys. Which also brings me into today's sponsor. I cannot believe it, you guys. Like, I am being sponsored by Audible. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word entertainment. They have the largest selection of audiobooks, everything from new releases to bestsellers to celebrity memoirs to self-help books to languages to business and so much more. And as an Audible member, you'll get 1 free credit every single month for any title in their entire premium selection, and it is yours to keep. It will live forever in your Audible library, so you can go back and re-listen to it anytime you want. So this month I actually used my credit to get the book Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. He is absolutely one of my favorite authors. I am obsessed with his whole series of books. They are fascinating to me. They really make me feel inspired and empowered, really just ready to conquer life. So Becoming Supernatural is all about how ordinary people are doing extraordinary things, how they are breaking the habits of being themselves by changing the chemistry and the science of their brains, by changing their emotions, and it's just fascinating to me. And another perk about being an Audible member is they don't just have audiobooks. You will actually get full access to their entire Plus catalog, where you can listen to popular podcasts, guided fitness, and meditations, which you guys know I am into the guided meditations. They have truly changed my life. They also have sleep tracks as well as exclusive Audible originals that you won't be able to find anywhere else. And the other benefit of this is you don't need any credits. It's completely with your membership, so you can stream and download them anytime you want. New members can always try Audible free for 30 days, but this holiday season, Audible was actually giving the gift of 60% off your first 3 months. So that's only $5.95 a month. So visit audible.com/catnesbitt or text Cat Nesbitt to 500-500. Nesbitt does have 2 D's, by the way. And I will also link it down below in the description box for you guys. Thank you once again to Audible for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into it. But December bids just came out. Everybody's freaking out. Everybody's like, oh my God, what did I get? What did I hold off? For those of you who do not know, me and Flight Attendant JoJo decided to buddy bid for December, so it should be pretty fun. Our schedule is like a mix. It's like 50-50 for me. We got the days off that we were looking for. Like we got Christmas Eve off, we got New Year's Eve off. But on the other hand, we got 2 4-days. Which, if y'all don't know from this video, I'm not a fan of the 4-day. I'm really not. By that 3rd day, I'm pretty much checked out. If we do not call out at all, starting from November 15th, which was already a few days ago, all the way until January 2nd, on the Christmas week and the Thanksgiving week, we will get 300%. So that is no laughing matter. Like we gotta show up and show ready and all that stuff. So 4 days, here I come. But with that being said, I guess we need to go pack and start fixing all this. You know what I mean?
All right, so I am using my Stow and Go. I'm good for 3 days, but I don't know where I'm going. So I try to pack things that I can layer either cool or warm. So I have enough here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it into my suitcase and we will head on out. Thanks, Cupid
Jingle them bells and frolic. Oh, by gosh, some stalling. Eggnog, gin and tonic make Yuletide gay and jolly.
So we just got to the airport. Right now it's 2:05. I'm on reserve again, and bids for tomorrow are due at 3. So I tried to rush here, so we had plenty of time to do our bids. I also have not eaten yet today, so I'm probably gonna grab some yummy, delicious gourmet airport food inside. So I guess let's go ahead and get our stuff and get in there so we have time to get everything done before we're on call.
I drink till Rudolph reappears. A toast to him, that red-nosed dear. Jingle them bells and frolic. It's the best day of the year. Come fly with me now, Rudy. I'm loaded.
Okay, so I just ran over to Subway and grabbed a salad and then a water. They only had Dasani, so Bickers can be choosers. Right now it looks like it is 2:42, so we have about 18 minutes to eat. Then we're gonna be on call for 4 hours. I haven't looked yet to see how busy or not busy it is, so I don't know if they're gonna use this or not. And I did already bid for tomorrow. I just ended up bidding for a wrap to remain on call. Okay, so we are still at the airport right now. It is 4:46, so we're about halfway there. So far they haven't given me any trips, but my assignment for tomorrow is going to be on call, so I will be on Wrap C, which is on call from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and I am number 1 for a 2-day. So I guess we're gonna see what happens. If we don't get something today, I'm assuming for sure we're gonna work tomorrow, especially because it is a weekend, so tomorrow is Friday. So I guess we have 2 more hours to kind of wait and see what happens. Okay, so we are getting close to 6 o'clock. We have about an hour 15 left, and that's it. So far, still no calls, no pre-boarding, no nothing. So hopefully we get out of here. I'd kind of like to just start over and do something tomorrow, but I'm already here, so I guess I don't really care. But one more to go. So, funny story, I'm in a group message with Casey and Jordan, and I was like talking about how I was just riding the Skylink, and she said, I'm at DFW 2, she's taxiing in right now, and then has a sit time before her next flight. So we're gonna go run over to her terminal and meet her there, probably get some coffee and some food, because right now I think it's 6:05, so I've got a little less than an hour left, so we're gonna hang out for a bit. How exciting! It's the girl who I have to blame for the 4 days. No, I have you to blame for the 4 days for your seniority. So we came to Ling & Louie's. I've never eaten here, but I know they have a crew menu, so I'm just finishing out my time here. I'm probably actually gonna stay a little bit longer and hang out for a bit. I don't think I'm gonna get you, so we'll fly tomorrow. But the food looks really good. It smells good too.
Okay, you have 11 fingers, okay? 1, 2, count these 3 later. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 8 is 11. Count these 3 later. I don't get it. How do you have 11 fingers? 3 plus 8 is 11. And I counted 11 fingers.
How did you count 11? Wait, do it again. Do it again.
1, 2, count these 3 later. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I get it. The 3 later got it.
I literally was in the flight deck like,
I feel like I got the whole flight experience without even having to take a flight today.
The best day of the year. Yes, it is the best day of the year. Here, here.
Oh, baby, it is cold.
You gotta crank that seat heater up, turn this on up.
So all in all, we did not get a trip today, but we bumped into Jordan, so that was well worth it. Now we're gonna go ahead and head home. I'm assuming tomorrow we're gonna fly something. I would be shocked if we don't fly something tomorrow. So I guess that's gonna be our day. So I will call this vlog a night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of 2. So exactly what I said was gonna happen is what happened. Crew scheduling called me at 10 a.m. this morning to give me my assignment for tonight, but the sign-in time's not until 9:40 at night, which is pretty good, but we are gonna be working an ODAN. So an ODAN is also called an all-nighter. It stands for on duty all night. You guys, I am not a fan of ODANs, to be honest with you. It's not really my thing. I feel like people either love them or they hate them. A lot of times you see parents who work them, which I will explain why that is in a bit. Right now it's about 3 o'clock though. Some Thai food just showed up and I have not eaten yet today, so got my sriracha ready. I'm gonna go eat, and then I figured I would kind of explain to you like what an ODAN is, how it's different from a rocket, what you can expect when working them, how to prepare for ODANs and that sort of stuff. But let's go eat first. So I love this Thai restaurant, but I wanted to try something a little different from what we normally get. So this is Pad Thai. I love Pad Thai, I've just never had theirs. We have sweet and sour chicken with peppers and stuff, some steamed white rice, and then some chicken satay, is that how you say it? Chicken satay with a cucumber salad and peanut sauce. I'm not a fan of minimum layovers. I'm not a fan of ODANs. I'm not a fan of 4 days. But when it comes to this job, you really just have to fly trips that you're not a fan of. As much as you can avoid it, eventually you're gonna have to work these kinds of trips. It just comes with the territory. But when it comes to ODANs, this is basically how it works. An ODAN is where you take the last flight out of the night and you have a layover rest that is below minimum time. So, minimum time layover is 10 hours scheduled. So when they build your trip, it has to have 10 hours. But if irregular operations happen, like let's say a maintenance delay, or let's say weather happens, or something happens, they can reduce it down to 8 hours. But when it comes to an ODAN, the layover rest is usually between like 5 hours, give or take, to about 7 hours. And then you will work the first flight out in the morning. And how this is legal is because basically an ODAN is still considered one duty day. Your first flight and your second flight are still considered the same duty period. So that's kind of how they make this work. So it's essentially a long sit time instead of an actual layover. But it's so long that they have to give you a hotel for it. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. So the difference between doing an ODAN versus a rocket is with a rocket, there is no rest period. So you will work the flight and immediately come back and turn around. You don't have a long rest that you get to go to the hotel for. So that's kind of the difference between the two. The reason why a lot of parents tend to like ODANs and rockets is because they can go out while their kids are sleeping and then be home in time to get them ready for school. So generally you see a lot of them fly it. You also will see some reserves fly it because it eats up 2 reserve days. So they tend to like them as well. I personally don't. I don't tend to like trips that really mess with my rest unless it's international. International, fine. But like anything else, like short layovers, ODANs, rockets, all of that, I'm not a fan of. But since it's only around 4:30 right now, we have a little bit of time to get ready, so I'm gonna kind of chill, and then I will be taking you over to see what my bag looks like. So I went ahead and pulled one outfit and a pair of shoes. I have a pajama set here, my sweater for my uniform, my in-flight shoes for my uniform are in here as well. I always bring my laptop on my stuff because I never know when I have to work. So I have the charger. I have my hair straightener down there just in case. Toothbrush, toothpaste. I just still have this. And then this is my travel hairbrush. If you guys missed this Amazon video, I shared this along with so many other things in there. So that's basically all I do. Now I also have this smaller suitcase as well, and sometimes I'll use this as a day bag. But because all of my required items and all my other stuff is in my in-flight bag, and my in-flight bag is a little bit big, I didn't really want to set it on that today, and I don't feel like rummaging through it to get what I need. So we're gonna go ahead and take my entire rollerboard. It's a little bit of a waste of space, but it is what it is, and that's basically how I get ready for this. It's pretty much just doing it the bare minimum. So I guess I'm gonna do my mascara, get my uniform on, and we are good to go.
Something but you, baby, and I can't get enough. There's something that you give me and I can't get enough. Ooh, yeah. Don't tell me I don't stand a chance.
It is freezing outside and I left my coat. No joke, it's in the driver's seat of my truck. I know it's there. But we just got to the hotel. This flight had way more action than it needed. We were delayed. We just got here. It is 12:40. So we have 4 hours, little less than 4 hours to try to get ready for bed, go to sleep, and then be up for the van time downstairs. So van time's at 4:30 in the morning. So I will change into my pajamas, start getting ready for bed, tell you guys what happened, and then we need to get to sleep. There's like some urgency here if you can't tell. Okay, so basically what happened and why this was far more eventful than I wanted it to be, than it should have been, is the plane was late coming in. It was 20 minutes delayed coming in, which sucks anytime that something is delayed on an all-nighter. But then on top of that, somebody had gotten air sickness on the plane and had thrown up. So they had to get cleaners, we had to get hazmat and all that stuff to come clean up before we could board anybody up. So we had to wait on them to show up to clean. Then after that, one of the demo oxygen masks was missing. So we had to call to get an oxygen mask, but it wasn't happening fast enough and we were already delayed, so we were trying to get out of there. So I talked to the pilot. He had to call to make sure that we could leave with just one demo mask because we were on the baby bus. So it's the Airbus 319. It's a smaller plane, so there's only like 3 flight attendants on there. So he had to call because I read the PA and 2 of the flight attendants actually do the demo, so if they could share a safety mask, which it turns out we could. The only thing is it had to be written up in the book, so we had to wait on that. If y'all have been around for a while, y'all know I usually get up an hour prior to my van time. So I usually give myself an hour to repack, to get ready and do all that stuff. Because this is an ODAN and there's not much to do other than get dressed, brush my teeth, brush my hair, I'm only gonna give myself 30 minutes. So now it's finally getting time for bed. We're gonna start turning off all the lights, take some deep breaths, really try to relax, wind down, quiet the mind. So hopefully we can at least get an hour or 2 of sleep in there before we need to be up and at it again for our flight tomorrow. Oh, well, I feel very exhausted. I'm still really tired. I definitely feel like I'm on an ODAN. There's like a certain feeling of just tiredness that I'm like, this was an ODAN. I did get at least an hour of sleep though, so that's good.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings.
So it looks like I am all ready to go. I actually even have a little bit of time left over. So I've got about 5 to 10 minutes left over. So I'm gonna hang out for just a minute and then we are gonna head downstairs, catch a shuttle and go to the airport and hopefully just immediately be on our way. Like no hesitation, let's go. I'm tired, I wanna go to sleep.
I would never ask you to give up things. I just wanna give you all I can. There's something but you, baby, and I can't get enough. There's something that you give me and I can't get enough. You don't need to tell me that you love me.
There we go. There was the jacket I've been looking for. Oh, baby, let's get that heat going. It is like 40 degrees out there. All right, crank that baby up. It's so funny because it's freezing, but the sun is rising right now, yet I have a clear view of the full moon. So it's pretty funny. It's super cold, so I'm gonna warm it up and head home. If you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up, press that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.